What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna install a double Cardan drive shaft on the Landcruiser, and I'll show you guys how to do it. So stay tuned. All right, so here is the double Cardan drive shaft for the front of the Landcruiser. So you're probably asking, so wait, why do you need double Cardan drive shaft for the Landcruiser? Well, for the Landcruiser, if you're lifting it more than 3 inches, you change the geometry of the front suspension. So in order to correct that, you have to have these double U-joint, which is known as the double Cardan joints. This is from Tom Wood. So I opted for the X-spline with the boot. Just extra precautionary measures, just in case I'm on the trails. There's no rocks, and all that stuff's gonna hit the splines. But anyways, this is the last mod I had to do. The last mod I have to do to the Landcruiser since lifting it 4 inches, because I do have drive line vibrations in the front. The back is fine, but the front, if you were to change the caster, it'll help. But again, if you're more than 4 inches, there's only so much you can change the caster to until you start changing the angle of the spring and the shocks. So it's important you get one of these fitted. It'll get rid of the driveline vibrations. For the rear, you can always use longer arms. You can always adjust the bushings. You can also adjust the arms, lower top link to fine tune it so it doesn't vibrate. But for the front, this is a must have if you're over 4 inches. This is a kit it comes with. It comes with the bolts, front, back, flange from the transfer case to the diff. I got mine with the Zerk fittings. They were kind enough to already come lubricated grease, which is awesome. And these drive shaft, from what I heard, is really strong. It's made in USA, the material, and the walls are way thicker than the stock ones that you'll find on the Landcruiser. Cool stickers it comes with the manual. And just so you guys know, if you guys are planning to lift your Landcruiser, just kind of give you the specs on mine. Mine's a 4-inch lift. This is a 32-inch long drive shaft with a 60 millimeter square pattern flange for the transfer case, and for the, well, this is the diff side. For the diff and for the transfer case, they're 60 millimeter pattern square, so 60, 60. So it's pretty simple. So if you're ever lifting your Landcruiser 4 inches, this is probably perfect fit meant for you. Alright, so first thing foremost, I had to jack up all the wheels up so I can turn the front axle. I don't know if you can see it. So I can turn the front axle because my center diff is currently engaged and it won't disengage. So I had to jack up all four sides in order to get the drive shaft to rotate so I can get the bolts out. So, but anyways, maybe you can see when I spin this wheel, that wheel will spin. Spinning this wheel, that wheel will spin. So my center diff is engaged, and the reason why the rear is spinning when I spin this, usually it's unlocked, so I can spin the fronts without the back moving. So anyways, I'll get that fixed later in another video, but let's go ahead and replace the drive shaft. So in order to take the front drive shaft off, you need to unloosen these nuts right here, and these are 14 millimeters. There's 4 on the transfer case side, and there's 4 on the diff side. So I had to lift all 4 wheels in order for me to turn this thing so I can get to the bolts. So let's get to loosening. So the bolts are giving me an issue and it's pretty seized on, so I'm going to use WD-40 and just let it sit for a bit and then take it off. Fronts as well. So we'll let the WD-40 do its job for 30 minutes and we'll come back and try to take out the bolts. Alright, so let's go ahead and take off the bolts. For this I'm going to use an impact wrench just because make life easier. Oh, look at that, like butter. Alright, so let's take out the flange on the transfer case and we're good to go. here's the old front drive shaft. It was a pain in the ass to get off, but looks like this thing never been replaced. But finally, put the new one on. Here's a side-by-side comparison. You can see a little bit more beefier on the Tom Wood axle, and double Cardan right there, which will eliminate my drive line vibration issue on this 4-inch lift. So let's go ahead and put that in, and let's go. Comes with brand new bolts, nuts and bolts, but I'm just gonna use the factory ones, just cause you know, 14 millimeter socket and stuff like that. It's easy to find and use, whereas the other ones are like 12 spline sockets. And when you're out on a trail, I want to make sure it's easy. You know, if I have to remove this again, just have a 14 millimeter wrench with me and just pop it out. So I'm just gonna use a factory ones for this. Alright, so all the bolts are in. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this to 54 foot-pounds. That's what the manufacturer spec calls for. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and should be good to go. So when you tighten everything down, you just wanna kind of spin it, so to see if there's anything that's binding. So go ahead and I'm gonna spin this. I think it's easier to just turn the wheel. So everything's good here. So seems like nothing's binding, so it looks like it's good to go. Just like that, the front drive shaft is in, and it looks good. So that should help me eliminate that front drive line vibration for this 4-inch lift. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Talking to me, she said she can't get enough. I pulled up in a candy pack, I dropped top, can't top that. Brand new coupe, little boy, you know you can't top.